It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Denver Nuggets. Well, it was Denver in their last game with a loss to the Jazz. They suffered a blowout loss, trying to leave that one in the rear view and focus on the game at hand. And we'll get to see Paul Millsap tonight. With Paul, he's a guy who entered the league as a guy who would grind it out on the block, but he's transformed himself into a stretch four the last few seasons. How hard is it to make that change as a big man?
Well, I'm not a shooter, Ernie. I'm a prolific MF scorer.
What's
MF stands for most frequently.
Okay.
But I do know for a fact you don't get a good shot overnight. It takes time and effort. He's definitely worked on his game. Usually you work on your shot just to keep defenders honest, but he reminds me of Horace Grant up there 15 feet and out, looking really good.
Well, it's not easy to add a skill when you're in the NBA because pretty much a lot of times your game is set. But, I was,
Hello. Hey, you still there?
I
Did you lose your train of thought?
No, I was thinking about myself.
There?
I started thinking about myself. I started thinking about myself.
Wake up.
Hey.
I just started thinking about myself. I'm sorry. But Millsap has done a great job.
Hey, shake yourself, man.
Jeez.
Golly.
Why are you always talking about you?
We're trying to get this thing going. We're trying to do our jobs.
My bad.
At least maybe pay attention to what we're doing.
I was just a KS kind of scorer.
Kevin Harlan standing by. He's got the call.
That's what I was searching for. I forgot. I was like.
It's game time in Denver as the crowd is filing in the Pepsi Center, looking to cheer on the Nuggets. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. For the Denver Nuggets, they come into tonight's game after the loss to Utah in Salt Lake City. And that was a real body blow for them. They got taken apart both offensively and defensively.
And simply put, they couldn't score. And it never got completely in sync in that one.
Well, that's putting it mildly. They were in total disarray. I have no idea where their heads were that night.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Paul Millsap has become one of the best NBA big men when it comes to getting steals. Now, Millsap says when you're 6'8" going up against guys that are 7 feet, you're not going to be able to block their shot every time. So you try to get it down low when they bring it down. It's all about being smart and using what you have. Kevin?
Thank you, D.A. And Millsap is as crafty as it gets on defense, one of the most underrated players in the game. And as you approach that midway point of the season, Steve, the pecking order pretty clear. Is it possible for a team to suddenly kick into a high gear and forget what's happened the first half and be completely different the second half of the season?
Sometimes a tweak of the lineup, a guy has been out because of injury, or a huge trade can definitely kickstart a lot of teams, and you just start to play better. The one thing is when you start to hit that chemistry, that continuity, and everything is clicking, the unselfishness, yes, you can. You can have it happen in the midseason.
And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. Now let's take a look at the Bulls opening lineup. Mirotić at the power forward with Lopez in the middle. Then it's Zach LaVine. Then there's Grant, and it's Holiday in at the 2. Now here's Murray. Chandler outside. Off target with his 3. That's good from Holiday on the assist by Lopez.
Great look there from Robin Lopez. Rare to see a big man with that kind of playmaking ability.
Murray dishes to Harris. Off target from outside. Denver on D. Bean passes to Grant. No good from outside. Got a piece of it. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Chandler. The putback, and it's blocked by Mirotić. That one goes in.
And the lid comes off the basket after 4 straight misses. They finally get one.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Pass to Holiday. There's a good screen. feeds it to Mirotic. He dishes it to Grant. Levine for three. The shot missing. Now Denver takes it the other way. Chandler kicks to Murray. Holiday against Harris. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
That's the modern day NBA. Complain about the call and hope the next one goes your way.
For Chicago, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Grant kicks to Mirotic. And the Bulls with another miss.
You know, the offense has just looked out of sync. Only 1 of 5 from the field.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Whether it's scoring, passing, or just acting as a decoy, his value to this team cannot be understated.
Grant with the ball. Now guarded by Murray. Lopez, a screen on Millsap. Here's Mirotic. Doesn't go for him. Chandler with the defensive effort. Pass to Jokic. Now the dish to Harris. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Jokic sets the screen for Harris. Back to Murray. Fires the three. Drains the three-pointer. Murray's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And Murray is so deadly with the catch and shoot, Jay. When the D isn't playing up on him, he has no problem going right up with it.
Now here's Levine. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Phoenix.
And no one on defense could stay in front of him. He continually got pummeled and kept getting back to the stripe.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And Holiday, here we go. Basket counts. Holiday's got his second bucket of the night. Here's Murray. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. Kicks to Chandler. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Good D by Holiday. Here's Levine. That shot is off. And the Nuggets going the other way. In the corner, it's Harris. Offensive rebound. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession, you won.
Now here's Lopez. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Holiday against Harris. Just 5 to shoot. Lopez dishes to Grant. Hits it from 3-point range. Grant's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Denver's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Robin Lopez, a solid big man who can clean up the glass and Greg get you some points on the other end.
And Robin Lopez might not have great range now, but you know that could change. He says he's working on a 3-point shot, and his logic is that since his twin brother Brook can make threes, it can't be that hard.
Maybe. Now here's Levine. Following the miss by Paul Millsap. Here's Mirotic, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Mirotic, very crafty. Defenders guessing on what he's about to do. A distinguished career in Europe. He knows how to play.
And when Mirotic first came over to the NBA, he made a big splash, showed that he can act as that stretch 4 and contribute. Unfortunately, he just hasn't evolved as a player since that rookie year.
And that one falls for Mirotic. And for Mirotic, a lot of his lack, Greg, of progression as a player has come from inconsistency.
And you can see it in his field goal percentage as well as when he plays. It needs to find more consistency in every facet of the game. But young enough, I think, to still make that happen.
That one drops. He ties it up. And the Nuggets over the past few seasons have done a great job as an organization of collecting talent.
And with that steady approach, they've been able to develop a star with Jokic. The Nuggets took a very disciplined approach to building this team, and you can see the depth they enjoy, and it all starts with the job this front office has done.
Here's Levine. Gary Harris making his last shot.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
The shot by Chandler, wide open. Cans it from downtown. Chandler's got his first 3 points of the game.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Grant outside. And stolen by Murray. The shot from the low post is good. Murray's got 5 points so far.
Love the commitment from Murray on defense, moving his arms all around to come up with these steals.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Out to the wing. Lopez outside. Back to Mirotic. Shot to stop the run. The kick out to Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4. The Nuggets leading by 5. Murray kicks to Harris. He feeds it to Millsap. Good. And Harris gets the assist. He has 5.
His perimeter shooting sets Millsap apart. That shot must be respected.
The feed to Lopez. Lopez a screen. And Holiday kicks to Levine. Drops in the layup for 2.
You see Levine's filled out his frame, shakes off contact, and completes the play.
Murray the pass to Millsap. Murray kicks to Jokic. Goes back up. That shot off. Good D by Lopez. Here's Levine. Banked in off the glass.
Right there, the burst of Zach LaVine. Once he gets a step on you, it's hard to catch up.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
Robin Lopez, a player who does more for a team than what shows up on the stat sheet. Very effective inside with his ability to contest and fight for rebounds. A tough defender that doesn't need many touches to play his role.
And as tough as Robin Lopez is on opponents, he might be even tougher on mascots. Steve, he has a long-standing feud with mascots since he entered the NBA.
Yeah, I've seen him beat, trip, smack, and all-out abuse mascots around this league. He does it all in good and in fun way, and fans love him for it. Everyone has to have their thing, and his is fighting guys in animal suits.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Plumlee dishes to Moutier. Back to Plumlee. Out to the right wing. Barton outside. Clock at 6. Fareed setting the pick for Moutier. Here's Arthur. A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
They set the pick. Here's Valentine. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
It's Barton on the wing. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Moutier kicks to Fareed. Now here's Moutier, guarded closer. Misses off the left iron.
Well, if you're the coach, you're frustrated right now. That's exactly the look you're trying to get on offense.
Markkanen sets the pick for Dunn. To the right side. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And you need talent, Steve, but you know the value of chemistry can't be overlooked either. And as a player, how do you make yourself a good teammate? How do you help in that regard toward good chemistry?
Well, I think one is being a good person, understanding the game of life, and it's about winning. not about numbers, it's about letters, W's and L's, and you want W's. You look at a lot of teams, and they play well with each other, and they're unselfish. Unselfish teams usually win.
Well, they said the same thing about you. You're an all-star caliber player, but you're a great teammate. I think for a player, that's like the highest praise you could get.
Yeah, it is. When you start talking about guys that, hey, he's a great teammate, whether he's a superstar or a guy, the 12th man, guys want to be around that. And usually you see those guys hang around the league longer than other guys that may be more talented or better players.
And so he makes both from the line. Well, the Bulls have had one of the largest and strongest fan bases in the NBA for years. Having the Jordan-era Bulls helped, but they have always been a beloved team in the city of Chicago.
Yeah, you see the devotion from their fans at their games, and the numbers back it up. They've had the best fan attendance every year since 2010, and they've been in the top 5 since as long as I can remember, and that's long.
Denver shooting their first free throws of the night.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
Two shots.
The free throw good from Moutier.
Well, this Bulls team, the definition of mediocre last season, finished a 41-41 record. They decided it was time to trade away Jimmy Butler and go young.
Both free throws good from Moutier. And for the Bulls, some felt they didn't get enough back in return for Jimmy Butler from Minnesota. Smitty, what's your take on that?
Well, the Bulls got younger. They got some shooting, which they really needed. Ask me in a few years after we see how these young fellas develop.
There's a screen. Time. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Emmanuel Moutier picks one up.
Have to admire how Dunn draws these fouls. Just a master at fooling whoever is on it.
That free throw, no good.
And really, the Nuggets, a stronger team than many had predicted last season. One area that troubled them was the defensive end. And when they would lose, it was usually by being unable to come up with consistent stops.
Good on the second free throw. And for the Nuggets and their defensive issues, Greg, a lot of it stemmed from their lack of rim protection.
Yeah, and the inability to challenge shots in general, for that matter. And they also had problems applying pressure and forcing turnovers as a team, at the bottom of the league in terms of turnovers forced.
The Nuggets shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. Two shots.
He misses the free throw. And when the Nuggets are clicking on offense, Greg, they are a joy to watch.
You know they are, and one reason is because they're one of the better passing teams in the league. And right near the top in terms of assists per game last season. And all players on this roster at all positions look to make that extra pass to get an easy bucket.
He's off on the second.
And here in the early going, missed free throws starting to become the storyline.
Valentine with it. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Phoenix. Here's Portis. Fareed defending. And there's the bucket from Markkanen.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Denver in the lead. Plumlee with the screen. Here's the screen. Barton kicks to Fareed. 14 feet away. Moutier, no good. The Bulls have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Now here's Valentine. Barton defending. And here's Markkanen. Over Plumlee. Markkanen can't get it to go.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge. This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. Terrific lead pass.
Portis kicks to Nwaba. Passes it to Valentine. Markkanen sets the pick for Valentine. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
I'll tell you what, he will do a great job of committing to set the good screen. Markkanen has become very reliable in terms of setting those tough picks.
For Chicago, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
On the free throw, no good.
And for so long, the Bulls really were synonymous with the best defensive teams in the league. But as a team, they've started to slip the last few years. It's something that has been lost while this team kind of retools for the future.
And it used to be you could pencil in the Bulls as a top 10 defensive team by most metrics in any given year. But, Greg, the last few seasons, they've just been middle of the pack.
And, you know, over the history of this team, they've always been at their best when they played great defense. You go back to those Jordan years where they were marked by exceptional defense. This last group, led by Derrick Rose, similarly built on a defensive-minded philosophy. Let's just see if they get back to their roots with this new push. And one of the things about Will Barton's game that to me makes him such a force is how unpredictable he can be. He plays at times almost like a man out of control, and it really does work to his advantage as he is a difficult guy to deal with in those one-on-one situations.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And to back up the point with Barton in his chaotic play style, he knows exactly what he's about. Famously saying, Greg, I'm so creative most of the time, I don't know what I'm going to do.
And, you know, that might sound glib, but it is just how Barton plays. I mean, a fantastic competitor who just does what it takes to win. He gives you a little bit of everything out on the floor. You can see there the defender allows himself to get picked.
You know, it's all about effort. Sometimes you're going to get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through them.
Here's Portis. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. To the wing on the left. Lets it go from deep. Valentine shot good. And the Bulls lead by 1.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Moutier passes to Fareed. Lets it fly. That's good from Moutier on the assist by Fareed. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first. Now here's Dunn. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Markkanen sets the pick for Dunn. To the middle. Tries to save it. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
Poor timing on that play. Causes the turnover.
Here's Moutier. Launches a 3. Got it off in time, but it's no good. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Nuggets lead by 1. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
That's their mindset, and these extra possessions have been converted into a lead.
And it's the Nuggets ball. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Boudier and Barton, the guards. Plumlee out there with Kenneth Faried. And it's Arthur in at the small forward. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Now done. In the corner, Valentine with it. Here's Nwaba. Martin defending. Count that one from Nwaba.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Arthur sets the pick for Barton. He kicks it to Plumlee. It's deflected.
And how about marketing, using his size and reach on defense? Great timing in terms of being able to get up and block shots.
Here's Nwaba. It's tipped. Here's Barton. He sinks the 11-footer. Barton's got 5 points so far. Bulls trail by 3. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Here's Nwaba. 5 on the clock. Here's Dunn. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Nuggets leading by 3. Barton kicks to Arthur. No good on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Nwaba passes to Portis. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And Boudier throws it down.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
You think back when Fred Hoiberg was a player in the NBA, great shooter who had a strong knowledge of the game. Not too surprised he ended up as a coach.
Here's Portis looking for his first basket still in this one. Pocket 4. Here's Nwaba. He clangs that one off the back iron and down it falls. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Smitty, you and Hoiberg played against one another during your careers and even guarded each other, I think, from time to time. What was it like going up against a player like him?
You know, Kevin, he must have been real young because I'm so old. I don't even remember that. But I do know and remember Fred Hoiberg and watching him coach. He is a fast decision maker. Also would find space as a player. And you see some of his strengths as a player and how he designs his offense right now.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Nuggets.
And the 3-point shot was a huge part of their game plan. When it was falling, it made them very hard to defend. Opponents were stretched out all over the place.
Mirotic against Millsap. Now here's Murray. He's covered closely. 4 on the clock. Beyond the arc. Millsap misses. Bulls trail by 3. Mirotic inside. Millsap covering. Hey, Steve, when Mirotic came over to the NBA, he had an immediate impact and showed a lot of promise to grow. Unfortunately, he has been stagnant since his strong rookie season. Any idea why?
Mirotic is just a bit of what you see, what you get kind of player. Not terribly consistent game to game or shot to shot. Can stretch the floor, but doesn't give you much else.
He misses the free throw. Steve, you talk about the value of versatility in the NBA. It's never been higher than I think right now, wouldn't you say?
You're right, Kevin. The reason why is back in the day, a big guy got the rebound. A point guard or a guard would have to come back to bring the basketball up. Now, you see a guy like Anthony Davis, Al Horford, DeMarcus Cousins. They grab the rebound, and you see the shooting guard and the point guard, they getting out and sprinting because they know they have a guy that can bring it up and make the right play at his size.
Now here is Harris. The Nuggets with another miss.
You won't see him miss many of these. A wide open look from distance.
And Levine throws it down.
Explosive move there by Zach. Quick first step, then a thunderous finish.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Now here's Murray. He's covered by Grant. The 10-footer. Jokic, no good.
Wow, he had it at point-blank range, but the defense was all over him.
Here's the pass to Holiday. Dishes to Mirotic. And the layup's good off the glass. Mirotic has got the lead up to 2 now for the Bulls.
Great to see Mirotic attacking down low, putting that 6'10" frame to use.
Harris kicks to Jokic. Murray with it. He has 5. Hands the 12-footer. Murray's got 7.
Even when the D is breathing down his neck, Murray gets it done. Just an amazing shooter with an impressive stroke.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Emmanuel Mudiay spent a year in China prior to the NBA rather than playing in college. A lot of people respect what he did while he was over there. He said, being in a foreign country, everything is different. It made me mentally strong. Now in the NBA, he said, you've got to have confidence because every point guard in this league can play. You've got to keep that edge and be prepared at all times. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Mental fortitude is critical, especially when you're a young player in this league.
The creativity, extreme athleticism. You see why Zach's won the dunk contest multiple times.
Jokic a screen. Harris a screen on Grant. Harris outside. Bulls up on the wing. Denver gets it back. The Bulls have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. And it's in there.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Nuggets trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Millsap attacking. Shoots over Mirotic. And that one's good. Millsap. He's got 7.
Paul taking it right at the defense. Such confidence.
And here's Levine. 8 points for him. Pass to Holiday. Mirotic against Millsap. Lopez a screen on Jokic. 6 on the shot clock. Grant gets a wide open look. Here's Lopez. He dishes it to Mirotic. Hangs in the air. And that one's good by Lopez. And the Bulls lead by 4.
You love the way Robin Lopez just goes after those missed shots. That's where he can do damage.
Murray kicks to Millsap. Feeds it to Chandler. Over Holiday. That's good from Chandler on the assist by Paul Millsap. Chandler's got 5. Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to the Suns.
And really, I thought what was the difference in that game? Offensive rebounding or the lack thereof. A lot of one and dones in that game.
You know, you have to crash the glass on both sides of the floor, and they didn't get the job done in terms of creating second chance opportunities.
Now, here's Grant. Wilson Chandler unable to get his shot to go. Nailed from three-point land. And that's 11 points for Zach LaVine.
That's something you can't defend. Zach using his vertical to shoot over the top.
Jokic with his screen on Grant. Murray the pass to Jokic. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's foul number 2 for him. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Now here's Levine. 11 points in the game. Here's Mirotic, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Millsap is a gifted passer, creating for his teammates.
Chicago leading by 5. Well, last season there seemed to be a disjoint between the Bulls players and the coaching staff in the front office. Made for a lot of off-the-court distraction, it seemed like, Smitty, and took the wind out of their sails.
You're right. There were a lot of rumors and accusations going around as to why there was a rift. I can tell you this, when things are that sour, it is hard to focus on basketball. Hopefully the Bulls can put that behind them. I mean, just a good shooter taking what the defense allows. Find some space out beyond the arc.
Grant kicks to Mirotic. There's the pick. The dish to Holiday. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Well, we know he's been confident with the shot. A big reason why they're ahead in this game.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Murray dishes to Chandler. Over Mirotic, and it's Denver scoring again.
Carving out just enough space for mid-range. Good look.
Chicago's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. The 3. He can't get that one to fall. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
An interconference matchup. Last season, they went 2-0 against this club.
Well, this whole period for him, it's been challenging. You can tell he's starting to press.
Yep, that one goes in there. Holiday's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Denver calls timeout. And Smitty, would you ever be interested in joining a team as a general manager or a personnel guy in a front office in the league?
I would, Kevin. I mean, I love everything about the game of basketball, and obviously played it, been in broadcasting. But a GM role is something I've always talked about, coaching, front office, whatever it may be. I'll be happy because I'm in the game of basketball. And then, Kevin, if I get that job, are you coming with me?
I'm always with you, by your side and ready to go. But let me ask you, when you were playing, Steve, did you consciously think, hey, someday I might be a coach, or I'd like to sit up in the stands and evaluate talent? Does it go through your mind in the throes in the middle of your career?
Yes, it does. And a lot of the guys, I would say my mentors, one was Lenny Wilkins. He did a fantastic job. Player coach at one time. I've talked a lot to him. My wife and Joe Dumar's wife are sisters, so me and Joe have a close relationship. Pat Riley. I picked the brains of the best, and hopefully one day I'll get that chance, and hopefully I'll make that move. But right now, I'm loving what I'm doing.
Moutier, no good on the free throw. And with Moutier, although he is a heavy rotation player, Greg, he is still somewhat of a project long term.
You know, it isn't always easy to be patient with Moutier, but that's what is needed. Slowly improving his efficiency, which is a big issue for him. And you can see the raw potential, but he has a lot of smaller things to clean up.
Now, here's Valentine. 9 points in the game so far. Done shot's good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Moutier passes to Plumlee. Arthur sets the pick for Plumlee. From the baseline, here's the 3. Offensive rebound, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
For Denver, they have shot less than 50% at the free throw line today, hitting just 3 of 7.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Plumlee. Plumlee hits them both. 1:12 left in the first half. Now here's Dunn. He's guarded closely. Nwaba. That three off the mark. Nuggets trail. Over in the corner, Moutier. And he misses the go-ahead basket. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Now here's Valentine. He's got 9.
And how about the hops there by Markkanen? He knows not many guys can block that shot. Good at getting that deep post position.
The Nuggets shooting the ball at 42%. Moutier kicks to Plumlee. And it's blocked. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Now Moutier. He's got 8. Shot off the screen.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
The Bulls leading by 4. Dunn kicks to Portis. They set the screen. Here's Valentine. Here's Nwaba. No good on the buzzer beater. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. It's the Bulls. They lead by 4 from the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver. We're back in a moment.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They never got too far behind as their largest deficit in the period was 8. There were a lot of positives for them to take away from the second quarter, where they came from behind to take a 4-point lead at the half. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, I like that they're aggressively going to the rack. That establishes an attitude, a certain toughness. They just need to stay committed to their game plan.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
What impressed me the most was the effort they put into the offensive glass. The second chance points really added up for them. Fighting through box outs, battling for position, they own the offensive boards.
And that is just about going to wrap it up as the second half is moments away. Down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew.
Welcome back to Denver, everyone. Traffic coming in and out of downtown Denver on this lovely night in the Rockies. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
And every team needs this, a guy who challenges the defense with that slashing ability.
You know what? So many teams focus on the perimeter and alley-oops. It's important to have someone who can work that in-between area.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Tipping off the second half, here's Fred Hoiberg's 5. Mirotić at the power forward with Lopez in the middle. Then there's Grant, then it's Zach LaVine, and it's Holiday in at the shooting guard. But they'll get another chance.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today. And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's LaVine following the basket by Jokic. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And certainly while the injury for Zach LaVine and his ACL was devastating, Greg, it's good to see him back on the court, and he seems to be on track to making a full recovery.
And Kevin, still amazing to me to see just how far the medical community has come in terms of treating ACL injuries. LaVine is such an athletic monster. To lose even a little burst would have been huge. Fortunately, though, with modern medicine, it's going to allow this guy to make the most of his potential.
still.
Free throw good, Levine.
I mean, thinking back to where Levine was drafted, 13th overall, raised some eyebrows, but it was all about upside.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And one of the pieces of the Jimmy Butler trade this offseason, Zach LaVine finds himself as a prime building block for a rebuilding team. The Bulls see him as a star of the future.
And rightfully so, even given the fact that he's recovering from the ACL surgery. LaVine is young and can grow his game with the team. Hard to get fair value for a player of Butler's ability, but LaVine is a great place to start.
The defense has no answer for Mirotic, such a gifted player, especially when he has the ball near the hoop.
Murray with it. Five to shoot. Jokic with his screen on Grant. He used that pick to perfection. And that's now 10 points for Jamal Murray.
And if you don't get out on Murray, he will light you up from beyond. He's lethal.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Inside, Lopez dishes to Holiday. It's hauled in by Harris. The Nuggets trail by 3. Pass to Murray. Back to Harris. Millsap a screen. Harris kicks to Millsap. Here's Murray. The shot that time not on target. Some solid defense from Grant. Mirotic with it. Now defended by Jokic. Grant kicks to Levine. And Mirotic has it in the corner. A beautiful reverse layup. Mirotic has got 4 points this quarter.
And the number of ways in which Mirotic scores, inside, outside, in between, on the drive, you name it.
The Nuggets have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Murray kicks to Millsap. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Millsap's got 9. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Now, here's Grant. He's covered by Murray. Lopez kicks to Levine from deep. Back to Lopez. Outside, Levine. To the middle, Jokic with the steal. And here's the break. For the 3, Chandler. Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Grant kicks to Levine. Drains it from beyond the arc. He's got 16.
Tough to challenge Levine out there. Big lift on his shot, and you must close out quicker on him.
Out left to the wing. Murray, the pass to Jokic. All sorts of time. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
A high percentage look from the mid-range. Might have been surprised that he was so wide open.
Holiday dishes to Levine. Misses the 3. The Nuggets trail by 6. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Back to Murray. Millsap a screen on Holiday. Just 5 to shoot. Top of the key. Here's Jokic. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call. And last season, how about the jump to true stardom that Jokic was able to make? There was a stretch where every game he just looked more and more incredible. Truly gave this team, I think, a franchise player in the blink of an eye.
first one falls for him. And for so many fans, Greg, of Jokic, it wasn't a surprise to see his play blossom last season.
And boy, did he. Jokic is so skilled for a big man, having played point guard growing up. Still very young and looks to be a star for a long time.
Now here's Levine. He's got 16. Fires from 18. Tipped away. And Mirotic kicks to Holiday. The feed to Levine. And the jam by Levine.
Another one for Zach. He has a scorer's mentality. Very dangerous when he gets into rhythm.
And yes, it's good. And that's 11 points for Paul Millsap.
This is where it's important to have guys looking for opportunities. Terrific lead pass.
Lopez a screen. Grant kicks to Holiday. Down low, Millsap with the steal. Murray with it. Now defended by Grant. And here is Murray. He's got 10. Shot from free throw range. They get it back. Outside Millsap. Again, Millsap missing.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
And Mirotic has it in the corner. Off target from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
For the three, Chandler buries it from three-point range. Chandler's got 10.
First three of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Outside, Levine. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Levine's got 9 points now in just the second half. Harris passes to Murray. From deep. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Mirotic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Grant, that's good.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
The Nuggets trail by 6. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And look, you never want to see a team gut you this way. Really a good timeout.
Some of this is just a matter of toughness, a willingness to play physical inside, something we're not seeing.
You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Yeah, they're going to have to talk about this. They got to find a way to get the ball out of his hands.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Kicks it to Arthur. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Here's Barton. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for LaVine.
Right now, after looking at that chart, you pretty much can just jog down the court. He gets it in the paint. That just time and time again, he's worked his way in close and made a shot over a defender or found another way to convert. Just great stuff coming from him thus far.
And he can't get the first one.
They aren't making anything at the line today. This is a team that struggles at the line.
And he sinks the second. The Bulls leading by 5. Over to the wing. Valentine dishes to Markkanen. Lets it go from 14. The shot by Valentine, no good. And there's the foul. It'll go on Denzel Valentine. That's his first foul. Now here's Moutier. He's got 8. Over in the corner, Arthur. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Arthur's got 5 points so far.
I mean, defensively, you have to close out harder than that.
Valentine kicks to Dunn. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Now here's Arthur. He's guarded closely. They get it again. The shot's good from Plumlee. Plumlee's got it all tied up now for the Nuggets.
I love the effort there. Refuses to give up on that play.
Now Valentine. He's got 9. They set the pick. Passes it to Portis. And again, Chicago. No good. Barton outside. He feeds it to Moutier. The kick out to Barton. The pass to Plumlee. Gets a very good look and converts. Plumlee's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You like how he uses his height there.
Sure, working the in-between area. Not many guys with the length to bother him.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Bulls have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
One shot.
Here's Moutier. He's got 8. Plumlee with the screen. Here's Moutier. Three-pointer. Barton. Good on the three-point shot. Barton's got 9 points.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Coming out of the break, they've relied on their perimeter offense to generate points. Right now, it's working.
Now, here's Valentine. 12 points for him. Dunn passes to Valentine. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
The Bulls have been shooting right around 75% at the line. 9 of 12 so far.
One shot.
And that one misses. The Nuggets shooting right around 41% from the field in quarter 3. Got that bucket in no time at all. Barton's got 7 now in this quarter.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here's Dunn. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Portis. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Portis has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now, here's Moutier. D right on him. Barton outside. Screen by Fareed. Off the screen. Offensive rebound. No good with the layup.
Can't finish. And defensively, nice job of altering the shot without fouling.
Here's Markkanen. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Markkanen's got 6.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Plumlee with the screen. Here's Barton. Barton missing again. Well, Chicago has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Waba kicks to Portis. Dishes it to Dunn. Markkanen with it. Working on Plumlee. 11 feet away. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Plumlee's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Arthur. Off target from three-point range. Here's Valentine, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Man, he's been on point, not forcing things, getting the most of his looks within the flow.
Plumlee with the screen. Here's Arthur. Here's Fareed. And again, unable to change momentum here. And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Chicago leading by 4. Dunn kicks to Markkanen. Now here's Valentine. He's guarded by Arthur. Pass to Dunn. And he banks in the layup. Dunn's got his 2nd basket of the game.
There's just no way you are stopping Dunn when he's that close to the bucket. A skilled finisher and amazing athlete.
A good screen made all the difference. It led to an open look.
Back right after this. Fred Hoiberg in a recent huddle with his players.
Keep competing, guys. Keep competing. Hey, we made the extra pass all quarter. Great job. Great job. Keep that movement out there. All right, keep attacking, guys. Every time we get into the paint, something good's happening.
Fred Hoiberg smelling blood. Loves what they've been able to do offensively around the rim.
Yeah, I think they found a weakness in the D. I want to keep pounding on it and at least until some kind of adjustment is made by the opponent.
And thanks for joining us again as the 4th quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Boudier and Barton, the guards. Arthur out there with Kenneth Fareed. And it's Plumlee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Here's Dunn, following the basket by Mason Plumlee. Feeds it to Valentine. Over in the corner, Portis. There's the 3. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Boudier kicks to Plumlee. He dishes it to Arthur. He's looking for Plumlee and finds him, and they take the lead. And the Nuggets lead by 1. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Now, here's Valentine. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Floats one up, and Fareed with the nice bucket inside.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Yeah, you need to refocus now. Momentum is running against you.
And from what I'm seeing, is too many unfavorable matchups out there on the floor.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. Fred Hoiberg was talking with his team during the break. He told them to stick with it. He said, this game is right here, guys. This is our game to take. Precision, purpose, and poise. Kevin, we'll see if they can get it done.
And he throws it right out of bounds. Careless mistake.
Denver leading by 3. Murray with it. Millsap a screen. Here's the teardrop. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
And he throws it right out of bounds. Careless mistake.
about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. And Mirotic kicks to Grant. The dish to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
When Lopez gets in that close, it's tough to stop him from slamming it home.
Here's Murray. To the inside. Holiday against Chandler. And, here, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. The first one falls. Second free throw, no good.
Well, they should be looking at a three-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
It's good.
That's nice patience by Zach LaVine, finding the open man, not trying to do it all himself.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. The Bulls getting the bucket. And that one's good, Jokic.
And just carrying over from his last game, completely dialed in. You can sense his confidence.
I totally agree. Heat check after heat check. He realizes, man, I'm still hot.
Here's Mirotic following the basket by Jokic.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
He is just hitting the backboard every chance he gets. He is feasting for rebounds out there.
Chicago has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Holiday gets the bucket. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Lets it go from 11. They get it back. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Here's Grant. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. He kicks it to Mirotic. And finished off by Mirotic.
A graceful drive by Mirotic. Looked very comfortable off the dribble.
The Nuggets have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Now here's Murray, guarded closely. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
And you can see there, the defender allows himself to get picked.
You know, it's all about effort. Sometimes you're going to get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through them.
Now here's Lopez, and Mirotic has it in the corner, outside LaVine. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
The Nuggets leading by 3. And here is Murray. Jokic kicks to Murray. Jokic a screen. Millsap has the open look. And no good that time. And it's Chicago the other way. Here's LaVine. Jokic grabs the miss.
And on some plays, everything goes your way, except for the finish.
Here's Chandler. Second chance effort, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
When it comes to drawing fouls, Millsap's one of the best in the league.
First free throw is good.
And when you talk about just a natural basketball player, I think you got to envision a guy like Paul Millsap. He just does it all. He's got the skill level and versatility at that power forward position. And in this league today, you have to be able to impact the game the way he does.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And you look at all the different things that Paul Millsap does for you on the court, Greg. Don't forget about the defensive end of the floor, too.
Yeah, great point. And all defense selection, one of the great big men in league history in terms of getting steals, just unbelievable hands. And you know what? He epitomizes consistency when you look at the course of his career.
And here are the Nuggets now. The Bulls knocking down the three. Looking to get it going. Jokic on the follow. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
Great hustle on display, and you know what? It's paying off with those second chance points.
Here's Grant. And no good that time. Nice D from Chandler. And Justin Holiday picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Stolen by Grant.
Turnovers weren't a story for him early on, but that's changed. And now they're definitely having trouble keeping possession and momentum.
Levine wide open. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Levine's got the game tied up here for the Bulls. Harris outside. Millsap a screen. Pass to Murray. And here's Jokic. Just 5 on the clock. And he makes that one. Jokic has got 12 points here in the second half.
Ever since halftime, he's had his eyes on the basket and just crushing it right now.
Levine kicks to Lopez. Good defense by Jokic.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Now here is Harris. Chandler is screen. Millsap a screen on Grant. Murray for 3. Denver keeping it alive, a new 24. And Harris wide open. He shoots. It's good from long range.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Levine against Chandler. Outside Holiday. And the Bulls another 3.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Jokic passes to Chandler. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2.
Oh, stops the dunk there. The best outcome in a bad situation.
And that one falls for Chandler. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
See, now he's getting defenders back on their heels a little bit, getting to the foul line here in the second half.
Grant kicks to Levine. Lopez outside. Back to Levine. And Levine with the slam.
Up in the rafters, Zach LaVine climbs the ladder as quickly as anyone.
And that replay sponsored by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play. Now here's Murray. Millsap a screen on Levine. Harris kicks to Jokic. Outside Millsap. The Nuggets with another miss. Chicago trailing here. Grant with the ball. Picked up by Harris. Grant kicks to Levine to take the lead. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Now here is Harris. Millsap a screen on Grant. Here's Murray. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
And that was a rock of a screen there set by Millsap.
Grant dishes to Lopez. There's the feed to Holiday. Over Harris. Not enough on that one as it misses. Denver leading by 4. Shoots from the baseline, and there's another one for the Nuggets.
They saw what the defense was willing to give up, and they seized that opportunity.
Lopez a screen. Grant kicks to Holiday, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Reads the play, quick reaction, almost comes up with that steal.
Here's Grant, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
Mirotic using his body to set a firm, hard pick right there. Got his teammate a quality look.
Murray kicks to Chandler. Here's Jokic. That one wide left. Bulls trail by 4. Grant outside. For 3, Levine. Rebound by the Nuggets. Now here's Murray. Harris outside. The 3. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
And the precise passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the floor.
Grant the pass to Levine.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
So the first one drops, and that trims the lead to 6. And so Levine nails both of them.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
Here's Chandler. Excellent D there from Holiday.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
He drops the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And that makes it a one-possession game, guys. Got to be the biggest free throws of the game thus far.
Jokic kicks to Harris. Passes it to Millsap. Shoots over Mirotic. Arm's length from the hoop. He knocks it down. 14 points for Paul Millsap.
And they count on Millsap to deliver in these big moments. And there he does.
Lopez a screen. Left side Levine. Holiday with it. Picked up by Harris.
Okay, when you're trying to make a comeback, you can't be hucking up low percentage threes. You have to find a better shot within the offense. When the defense is non-existent like they were there, it's pretty easy to score like he did.
Mirotic the screen. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that trims the lead to 6. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in.
They needed more from him there. Any point they can get is absolutely critical for them right now.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
Full speed ahead. I mean, they have been in control since the opening tip, and that may have sealed the deal.
Yes, and you're watching. Even this late in the game, they're still making plays. You got to love watching it.
Here's Grant. Gary Harris making his last shot. Mirotic the screen. Grant dishes to Levine over Chandler. That one misses, and it's Denver the other way. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Jokic sets the screen for Chandler. Jokic with the screen on Levine. Here's Harris, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Shoots the 3, and there's Levine on the assist by Grant.
Great play to run for Zach. Off ball, he's quick to catch and elevate.
So the Nuggets win it. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Mason, your game has expanded some, and what has that process been like?
You know, you just learn something new every game. You have to study your opponent and see what's going to be open, but some of the constants have to be rebounding, defense, bringing energy in, and that's always going to get you a little bit.
Well, you had the whole package tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time